Hello students, so today we are going to start the questions based on the theory. So this is our topic number 2. Our first theory is valence bond theory. This theory is basically given by Alice Pauling in 1930, and this theory explains the bonding in coordination compound, and it will explain the shape of the coordination compound. How it will explain the shape of coordination compound? Let me write one example. If we have the coordination compounds CONH3 O6 2 plus. So in this coordination compounds, the cobalt, which is central metal atom, having the 6 ligands. This 6 indicates the coordination number of this central metal atom. So this cobalt is having the 6 ligands, and the 6 indicates is what? Coordination number of this central metal ion. So here I am writing some coordination number of central metal atom or ion and the hybridization of this, and this will directly give us the idea about the shape. So this is what cobalt. This is hexaamine cobalt second ion. So this is hexaamine cobalt second, as we have seen how to write IUPAC name of these type of complexes. So let me tell you how we'll predict the shape of this complex. So we'll check the coordination number is 6. So we'll check the coordination number 6 is here. So it will have the hybridization number sp32 or d2sp3. I will tell you how we'll write sp32 or d2sp3 in examples, but this will, with the 6 coordination number, it will give us the shape directly octahedral. So in both cases it will have sp32 or d2sp3, but the shape will be octahedral. So this theory will give us idea about the hybridization and shape of these type of coordination compounds. So I will give you the explanation of this theory via some examples, and will give you idea about the coordination number and the magnetic behavior of this complex ion, the spin regards property of these complexes. So I'm going to explain you this theory via this coordination compound. So in this coordination compound, this is central metal atom or ion, and this NH3 is ligand, and here we have 6 ligands. So the coordination number of this cobalt is 6. So in the coordination number 6 we have octahedral shape, as we all know. So now first we'll calculate the oxidation number of this cobalt. So for the oxidation state, we'll consider the cobalt as X plus 6, because this is neutral ligand, and overall charge is plus 3. So I will write X equals to plus 3. That means X, which is cobalt, having the plus 3 charge. So the cobalt is in plus 3 oxidation state. So atomic number of this cobalt is 27. That means argon 18, 3d and 4s. Argon 18, this is 27, 18, 19, 20 and 7. The cobalt is in plus 3 oxidation state. That means we have to remove 3 electrons. So I will write argon 18, 3d6 and 4s 0, because 2 electrons are removed from 4s and 1 from 3d. So we have 3d6 and 4s 0. So let me draw the orbital. So we'll draw 3d, 4s and 4p for the cobalt. So cobalt will use its 3d, 4s and 4p orbitals for the bonding. So in 3d we have 6 electrons. So I will fill 6 electrons via Hund's rule. First we'll fill this orbitals half filled, then we'll start pairing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We have 6 electrons, and so this is what? This is our 3d, this is 4s, and this is our 4p. So I'm writing note over here, so you should remember it. If the cobalt plus 3d series cobalt with the higher oxidation state plus 3 bonded with NH3, then 3 strong field ligand. We'll learn about these two, strong field ligand and weak field ligand, in our next theory, which is crystal field theory. So NH3 will act as strong field ligand. That means this will pair up electrons. NH3 will pair up electrons, and inner d orbital will use. Inner d orbitals used. So we have to remember CO3 plus bonded with NH3, then NH3 acts as strong field ligand, inner d orbital used. If inner d orbital used, diamagnetic in nature, diamagnetic behavior of the coordination compound. If the inner d orbital used,